Deception is common in our world today, and it's also a frequent topic throughout scriptures. And while the practice of deceit began in Genesis chapter 3 in the Garden of Eden, it seems to occupy an especially significant place in the prophetic passages of the New Testament. When the disciples came to Jesus asking him about the future, Jesus began his response with this serious warning. Here's what he said: "Take heed that no one deceives you." Take heed, said Jesus, that no one deceives you. The status of deception in the world of the end. According to Jesus, deception will play a major role in the world of the end. Matthew 24:23 and 24 reads like this: "Then if anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Christ,' or 'There,' do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will rise and show great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect." Jesus specifically instructed his disciples not to follow or fall for these false claims. In every century since the first, men and women, there have been imposters who have claimed to be the Messiah. But that is not the only deception about which Jesus cautions. In his sermon, he says to his disciples in verse 11, "Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many." For every one impostor who claims to be the Messiah, there are at least 10 false prophets who will rise up to claim knowledge they do not have about a future they cannot know. They are false prophets. Jesus said, "Be careful that you be not deceived." That danger will increase greatly as we move nearer to the world of the end. That's the status of deception. Here's the source of it. The spiritual deception that Jesus warns us about isn't mere happenstance. There is someone behind these deceptions, and that someone is none other than Satan, the evil enemy of our souls. He is the father of lies, and since the very beginning of human history, one of his primary weapons against us has been deceit. In the book of Revelation, John describes him like this: "The great dragon, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world." Here's what Jesus said about Satan in John 8:44. He said, "He was a murderer from the beginning. He does not stand in the truth because there is no truth in him. And when he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of lies." Spiritual deception may be Satan's most insidious weapon against those of us in the church. Jesus and his apostles speak of it nearly 30 times in the New Testament. Did you know that? Satan is a liar, he's a serpent, he's a deceiver, but he masquerades as something else, and so do those who follow in his footsteps. Here is what Paul wrote to the Corinthians in his second letter and the 11th chapter. He said, "For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light."